you mentioned that you're originally from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Now you live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
How do you think that being in New York City influences your music, if at all?
Oh my God. It's I like it influences so much, and also it's like not even in a direct way. I think it's such a um, like osmosis of just like
Yeah.
being around different sounds and different colors, and I will get like I really will get inspired by like random shit that I walk by on the street. I will like
Yeah.
take a picture of um I don't remember what some like random street like some one of these stores like a New York store that like it's like maybe a hardware store, but it just like sells random shit.
Yeah.
And there are like a few watering cans outside that were all like strung together, and they're like it's really I just really love the colors of them, and I can't stop thinking about that color combination.
Right.
I just like being around different sounds and stuff. I think is super influential. Sometimes I will like it won't even like whether or not that's somebody I know personally being like putting me onto an artist, or like hearing a song on the street like blaring out of somebody's car, and I'm like, oh my God, what is that? And then finding that song, like that happened to me not really recently. This was probably like a year or two ago, but it was, oh my God, I'm forgetting the artist's name, but the song is You'll Never Find. Oh my God, it's like a classic song, like from the 70s.
Yeah.
You'll never find someone who loves you the way that it's so good. Yeah. But I heard like 2 seconds of it on the street, and I like entered, I was like on my computer, so I like typed in the lyrics, and I was like, oh my God, I'm mad at my parents for not putting me on. Like one of those kind of vibes.
I feel that, yeah.
Such a good song.
I totally feel that. I was in like a burger place like a couple of weeks ago, and like I was coming in just as it opened, and the employees still had like a bunch of music on because they were just hanging out. And when I came in, they were playing this one Alicia Keys song that I'd never heard before, right? And I was like, oh, what is that? And the guy went to go like turn down the music, and I was like, no, keep that on. I'm trying to figure out what that song is. Like, stuff like that. What would you say is, to date in your career, just like the wildest or like most interesting thing that's happened to you as a result of being an artist?
Oh, interesting. I was just on BBC Radio, which is really crazy.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. How did that happen? Like
TikTok.
Yeah? Okay.
Literally TikTok. This guy, Ramesh Ranganathan, has a BBC show called For the Love of Hip Hop. He like plays upcoming rap acts, and he found a TikTok of mine of like Cha Cha, and then decided to put it on his show, which is crazy. And I got to hear him say it in his accent, which is amazing. He's like, and now it's Cha Cha. It was great. So that was pretty crazy, being played on the radio in the UK.
Yeah, it's like internationally, like it's pretty neat to know that it's going that far. Yeah. That is, although like there are some things that suck about like, being like an artist in 2024, like with like, fighting with algorithms and social media and stuff, it is cool that like it's so easy for your music to be heard by people who are just like nowhere near you.
Yeah, so. And also like that would happen as an independent artist getting on the radio, like that is entirely just TikTok. Like, I don't know how, I have to imagine that getting on the radio in a more traditional, like there must be so many gatekeepers. I think you have to have a label who's like regularly like paying the radio stations, at least in the US. So that was really sick.